Welcome to Vibin', the unseen frequencies, the podcast from Blind Vibe Studios. This is where real stories meet raw vibes, no filters, no apologies.
Here to explore what it means to move through life. Without sight but with vision, let's break down stereotypes, amplify resilience.
Flip the script on what people think they know. You ready? Let's vibe beyond sight.
Welcome back to Vibe in the Unseen Frequencies. I'm Brad, and today I want to take you on a different kind of ride. Now let's be real. When most people hear the word blindness, they picture limitation, loss, darkness. And honestly, I didn't know how I would get through sight loss at first. When it happened, I was hit hard. The anxiety, depression, and grief were unexplainable. Everything I thought I knew about how I'd move through the world had to shift, and fast. But over time, not perfectly, not painlessly, but over time, I started noticing these odd little perks. Moments of freedom, ease, even joy. They weren't always loud or obvious, but they were real. And they reminded me that while blindness changed everything, it didn't end anything. So today I'm sharing just a few of those unexpected perks. These aren't all of them, far from it, but they're a glimpse into how life without sight can still feel rich, expressive, and fully mine. Let's start with this. After room mapping, I can move through my home or any place I know well and navigate like a pro, no lights needed. No flashlight apps, just feel and memory. I walk with confidence because I know what's beneath my feet. I know how the floor shifts, distance between rooms, where the couch edges are, where the hallway narrows. I move based on memory, sound, and awareness. Meanwhile, my husband's flipping switches just to pour a glass of water. No shade, I get it. That's how most people function. But for me, I don't rely on lighting to get through or navigate. I don't need to see the room to feel at home in it. That ability to trust my surroundings, to flow through a space without the pressure of sight, it's a skill, and it's something I never thought I'd master. But here I am. Another thing, I spend way less time on screens, and that's not some trendy digital detox thing. It's just my reality. I'm not doom scrolling for hours. I'm not stuck comparing my life to someone else's filtered story. My phone talks. I listen. I respond. I put it down. I move on. I often go periods of time a day without even picking it up. That one shift alone gave me back hours and mental space I didn't even realize I was losing before. I'm more present now, more grounded in the moment, and I have more room for actual connection, not just content. Here's a big one. I listen differently now, and I mean that in a deep, intentional way. Without sight, I don't get visual cues in a conversation. I can't read your facial expression, eyes, or your posture. But I can hear when your voice tightens, or when it falters. Someone might say, "I'm fine," but I can catch the crack in their tone and know they're not. It's like I've tuned into a frequency most people don't even notice. Not because I'm special, but because I've had to. And honestly, that level of emotional awareness has helped me show up better for myself and for others. Let's talk texture. Being blind has made me appreciate the world through feel, like really feel it. I notice how a soft blanket changes the tone of a whole day, how different pavement under my shoes tells me I'm close to crossing a street, how the air feels before a thunderstorm rolls in. When I hold a hot mug, I don't just register that it's warm, I experience it. Steam on my face, ceramic in my palms, the scent of the drink wrapping around me. Every room has a temperature, every material has a mood, and I've learned to lean into all of it. I don't just pass through a space anymore, I absorb it. Now let's talk about structure, because being blind has turned me into one of the most organized people I know. I've always been pretty organized, but now I am even more than before. And not by choice, but by necessity. If I put something down, I need to know where it is every single time. So I've created systems, routines, little hacks that keep my day from turning into chaos. Sighted people misplace their wallet or keys and spin into a frenzy. Me, I've got spots for everything. It's muscle memory, it's discipline, it's survival, but it's also empowerment. Knowing my space is set up for me, by me, gives me a sense of control I didn't always have before. And then there's style. You could show me designer sunglasses or a $20 Amazon find, and I'd have no idea which was which. And really, that's kind of freeing. You could drive up in a Maserati or a Mazda and I'd treat you the exact same. Because for me, the branding, the status symbols, the labels, they don't mean a thing. People show up more authentically around me because there's no visual performance involved, and I don't feel pressure to keep up either. Now don't get it twisted, I still take pride in how I show up. Clean beard, groomed brows, coordinated fit. I've got hats that match my mood, and sometimes even my cane. And speaking of canes, I've got 15 custom ones. Different colors, different finishes. Each one is an extension of how I move and how I express myself. I don't just use a cane, I own it. And when I step out, it's with intention. Sound is my map now. I walk into a space and hear everything most people miss. The size of the room, the hum of a fridge, the subtle echo that tells me whether a place is open or crowded. I can hear conversation patterns and energy shifts. Even the rhythm of someone walking past gives me clues. It's like having a sixth sense. And once you start tuning into sound like that, you never stop hearing the world in layers. I don't see my environment, but I feel it through sound, constantly, and deeply. So yeah, blindness flipped my world upside down. But in that flip, it revealed things I never would have noticed before. These are just a few of the unexpected perks, the ones that remind me that even in loss, there's room for power and even joy. If you're blind too, maybe you've got your own list. And if you're not, maybe this gives you a new way to think about how someone like me may cope and move through life. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And until next time, keep vibing the unseen.